Hi. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Compliment of the season. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to this chat room. Thanks for joining. Please, as a comment episode, just click the share button so we can invite our friends to join us. I'm going to be very brief today because I have a couple of assignments. I have a couple of assignments and obligations for us today. Bamdeli Mary, good evening. How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Please let's invite others by just clicking the share button so our friends can join us. It's going to be a quick one today. I'm good. How is everyone doing? Hola, Inka. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Sister Lua Kenny. How is everyone doing? Welcome, welcome. Shout out to all our YouTube audience. Malaria care. I was dealing with that last week. I was having flu and all that. It's horrible. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Hope you are preparing for the new year. It might be a good idea to wish you Happy New Year in advance. I want to heartily join each and every one of you to appreciate the grace of God that has spared us to see the end of this year. This year, to everyone who have been given the privilege to see the end of this year, if there is anything that we can take out of it, is that God has a purpose for your life. If you survive this year, it's a clear-cut indication that God has a purpose for your life. And I just want to thank God for you. It's been a very great year. It's been a very amazing year. This year has been, oof, we've never seen anything like this before. The whole world was put on a standstill. Everybody have a share. I don't care whether you are rich, poor, you are in Africa, you are in Honolulu, you are in Venezuela. It doesn't matter where you are. You are black, white, green, brown, African, Asian, Australian, Middle East, Middle Belt, whoever and wherever you are. Every one of us had a share of the peril of this year. Two things. One, God made us, showed himself up to us as the Almighty. You know, this year it's been one year that is very, very, it's a year that God actually wanted to show off that I am still God, regardless of how smart you think you are, regardless of your exposure, your civilization, regardless of science, inventions, technologies, I'm still God. Anyway, boom, that thing went in the air that we are just still playing a guess game till today. Number two, above all, in the middle of all of it, God still want to make us to realize another message, that he look out for his own people. Listen, you might been through a lot this year, but if you see today, if you are listening to me now, it is because God preserve you. Naturally, everybody has come in contact with COVID-19 virus. Trust me. If it did not kill you, it's not because your immune system is better than those that have died of it. God has shown us this year that in the midst of the storm, he still look out for his own people. And you are privileged to be one of them. And I want to just thank God on your behalf for scaling through this entire year 2021. What a year. The last 24 months has been a year again where God is making everybody, regardless of your age, race, religion, affinity, whatever, to look up to him. It's a year where we all was forcefully made to realize that God is the center of our existence. So everyone who is listening to me right now, you are a survivor. And you are a product of God's mercy. If not for the mercy of God. To so many of you, or to some of you who probably have lost some loved ones, family, parents, in the course of this year, maybe to COVID-19 or to any other thing, we hope that God grant you fortitude. But you know for sure that all of those incidents together has given you a firm reason to acknowledge the sovereignty of God and have a deliberate, formidable relationship with God. So I want to thank God for every one of you. I am excited. I am happy that each and every one of us, you are ill and healthy. I hope that you are well, and I hope that your family is well also. As we journey into another adventure of hope of the year 2022, it is my desire and my joy that every goodness of God that is hanging, God will pay you in arrears. To so many of us who feels like there are some things that we really wanted, we projected to achieve this year, but if the Lord has not built the house, the laborer labor in vain. Rírò ń tènìyàn, ṣíṣe tọlọ́run. Èèyàn ló máa ń sọ pé tó bá dọ̀la màá ṣe báyìí, Ọlọ́run ló lọ́la. So there is possibility that we have some plans and you just, now this is December, you are feeling bad that you are not able to achieve it. More than you desire to achieve in 2021, God will deliver it to your hand effortlessly in 2022. That is my prayer for you. As I was waking up this morning, I woke up a little bit early than usual today, because 2 nights ago I couldn't sleep all night, and almost the whole of yesterday afternoon I was just sleeping. I woke up these early hours and I was just meditating in my spirit. And I was preparing to be out today and, come and share with you guys. And I was just, meditating, and God was just ministering to me about 2022. I really look forward to this year because, you see, God says, this is what I heard, that this new year will be a year of help. And I will explain that. If you have been by yourself all along, you have been carrying your load by yourself. 2022, you will find help. You will not be by yourself again. You will not walk through this year alone. This is my prayer for you, that from the 1st of January to the end of 2022, you will not spend any day of your life in confusion, in burden. You will find help every step of the way. Every confrontations that you meet, help will show up on your behalf. See, tí ìyàtọ̀ ẹni tí ó ṣoríire àtẹni tí ó ṣì ń struggle is because it's not because one is smarter than the other. It's not because one is the only difference between the successful and the poor is opportunity. And opportunity is not what fly in the moon. Opportunity is what is given to you by somebody. The right resources, the right people, the right place. God will make you to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right person. I believe that God is going to establish certain relationship with you this new year. You will meet some people. You will establish some relationship that will change the narrative of your life. There are so many people who have been by themselves for a very long time. You feel you are lonely and afraid, and this new year, God will compensate you with the desires of your heart. You will not be by yourself again. Loneliness will be eradicated. And God will give you a companion that will not only compliment you, but that will give you a joy that lasts. I just hear help, like help. So many people who are, single. I told you earlier before, I think a couple of weeks ago, that God told me that there will be so many new engagement and marriages next year. And I'm very definite about that. I heard it very clear. So many of you who have given up on life and given up on love, look up next year. You are the only person who can stop it. If you have given up, God cannot help you. But next year, I want 491. It is time for God's best to locate you. Those of you who have been working a project and you lack the resources to run your project. You feel like you don't know what to do. You don't know how to go about it. Or you've run your vision to an extent and you are lost. You just feel like you don't have help. This new year, God will raise men of status. God will raise kings that will bear your burden. They will see. Let me tell you a story. Saul was sent on an errand in his father's house to go and look. One of his father's sheep was missing. That was what he was looking for. He was looking for the sheep of his father. And he was looking for this sheep. Right while he was looking for the sheep, the Spirit of God spoke with Samuel to go and anoint a king. And they gave a description of where they are going to meet Saul. And they went there and they met him on the road where he was looking for his father's sheep. He was anointed as a king. He was busy looking for what is lost in his custody, but he ran into a kingship. That's not it. That's not it. Immediately they anointed him as king. The prophet said to him, "You are looking for your father's sheep?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Go to this place. Go to this place. You will see it there." Helpers that will give you direction and precision. They will see. What makes you successful is knowing what to do and when to do it. Helpers that will meet the relationship that you will get into that will bring about the fulfillment of your dream that you have been dreaming of. God will make them locate you. You don't even need to do anything different. They will locate you. The same way they locate Saul. They will locate you this year. You will have precision. God will raise kings and princes that will lift your hands. They will help you. There will be so much help this year. And that is why it is very important that we are talking about the beauty of attitude as we round up this year. The beauty of attitude. Because you see, you will need relationship next year. I don't know why. This is all I've been, every time I've been praying about this new year, this is all I've been hearing. Relationship. Connections. Both marital relationship, and I'm not talking of relationship just about just business-wise. There'll be new relationships that so many people will find the soul of their heart and find their new spouses. So many people will begin to have some new friendship that will catapult them into financial stability. So many people will have new relationships. There will be new jobs that will just start be the bedrock of your career. You will make something significant out of this new year. And it is why it is important we talk about attitude, because you see, favor can bring those relationships to your life. Character will sustain it. Character will sustain it. God can favor you and sending choice men and women into your life that can see. Èèyàn ló ń sanwó èèyàn, ladies and gentlemen. Èèyàn ló ń sanwó èèyàn. Èèyàn kan ló máa mọ̀ tó máa mèèyàn kan tó máa fà á dìde. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ aṣinilọ́nà, ọ̀rẹ́ adínilọ́wọ́, gbogbo ọ̀rẹ́ afàkókò ẹ̀ ní ṣòfò, gbogbo relationship afàkókò ẹ̀ ní ṣòfò, every ungodly, unprofitable relationship that you are in, before the sun rises in 2022, God will separate you and them. Every ungodly relationship you are putting yourself in, an unprofitable relationship that is hindering God's will for your life, God will cause a separation between you and them. Àwọn èèyàn ń lówó, àwọn kan ń jà kiri, àwọn kan ń léwó, àwọn kan ń mèkì, àwọn kan ń jà dìde káàkiri. So I'm going to round up this series of beauty of attitude. You know when they used to say when I was young, they used to say, "Àbúrò ẹ̀ ń kọ́lé òun jíṣò. Àìrònú ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀." Ẹ jí, people. God is sending help. But you have to be something they want to help you with. Your little effort will make a mighty profit this new year. If only you will rise up. I want to challenge your faith. See, those things you have given up on before, get back to them. Help is on the way. Trust me. Help is on the way. This thing, you just don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on God. Because everything you have failed in before, you've tried it before it failed. Maybe you've tried a couple of times. Go back in the same place. Peter said, "I have fished all night and I have catch nothing." But the good thing about Peter, he said, "Nevertheless, at thy word, I will throw it into the sea again." Gbogbo bí tẹ́ ti kùnà tẹ́lẹ̀ ní 2021, ìpá ńlá Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ yege ńbẹ̀. Where you have been refused, rejected before, this new year, go back there again, you will be celebrated. Everything that you have lagged behind, everything that you have almost lost hope in, the help of God will locate you and He will give you an outstanding significance. You will get results. Results that terminate insults. This year, your life will produce it. And that is why this experience that we talk about. Attitude. Because hear me. Hear me. Favor in the name of the Lord God of Israel. Favor of God will send help to you this year, this new year. But you see, Favor will send helpers to you. It is character that will keep them. This new year, the great things that God wants to do in your life will come through relationship. Do you hear me? That's why you need to do two things for me as you are going into the new year. Tonight, tomorrow, delete every contact that is not profitable. You know those of your friends that you know that you're tired of them. You know they are not adding any significant value to your life. But komada be pe is the reason why you avoid them, but they will still call you. You will not pick their call. They will still send you text. They will come out to your house. Komada be pe. Jo, jekoda be pe. Block them. Because you see, you have to empty your pot for God to fill it in. Look at this cup. It's empty, isn't it? Right? It's an empty cup. Empty cup. I pour water in it. Can it hold the water? Yes. Why did this cup hold the water? How was I able to put water in this cup like this? Because it's empty. If this cup is full and I pour water in it, what will happen? It will flow to the ground. It will pour away. You have to empty your cup this year so that God will fill it in with his own best. God have enough to fill you in, but enter this new year emptying your cup. There are certain relationships that God is sending to your way as help. Those ones who are all those entanglements, they need to go, disassociate, disengage. Oh, I don't want it to. We've been friends since I was in secondary school. What kind of friends should not enter 2022 with you? When I mean friends, including relationship, some of you have some boyfriend that is holding your glory. Some of you, by now, you are supposed to be engaged, even not for that stupid boy that keep walking in and out of your life. He will fight you, abuse you, he will break up with you, he will come back again and beg you. Since then, he will fight you and break up with you. It's distracting your mind. Sensible people that have interest in you, they can't stay. They can't even declare their intention because one idiot is parading you. Disengage today. One boy has been dating you since 5 years, 6 years. In this jet age, he is not sure of what he even want to do with his life. Not to talk of what he have in plan for you. Disengage. That relationship that is not adding any value to you. Come on, be going on the boyfriend. You will not share the way the content. It's just there. No value added to your life. Disengage. You should not get into the new year with them. Empty your cup, because so that you can receive the best of God. Let me tell you a few friendships that you need to end between today and tomorrow. Number one, those friends that you give into that relationship, that friendship, that dating, including, when I say friendship now, I mean friends as platonic friends and relationship. All those ones, that relationship, that friendship that you are in now, that you are the one giving into it and getting nothing back. If you did not call them, they did not call you. Or if he's not broke, he doesn't call you. It's just from you. You call it off. Friendship is supposed to make your life better, not a burden. Which any friendship you are in now, who is that person? Who am I talking to here? You have a friend. Once you see alcohol, you'll be like, because you see, every time he calls you, it must be for some mystery. Tí o bá ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ yá, tí o ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà, á lékè tó fẹ́ ṣe. I believe that I'm talking to somebody now. If you have anybody in your life that if you see their call, you don't just pick it, you first think. Or you see their call, you go, oh. You get back from work, your children told you, mommy, mommy, can you walk? Any friendship that has become a burden to you, cut it off. Don't enter into the new year with it. You don't need it. All those friendships that all they do with you is to gossip about other friends. Cut them off. Because you don't sorry enough when ask what you're feeling. Brother, this is to the men. Those friends in your life, that the only thing that connects you, that make you friends, is alcohol and women. Cut them off. Where were you? And I tell that guy, violence captain. Where were you? Where were you? No, I spent half of the last show appreciating all of you. Hey, show. Hello. Uncle, this is very particular to the men. You have those friends in your life that the only thing that connects you as friends is alcohol and women. Every time you sit down together, you're gathering, where 2 or 3 are gathered, Odeku must be present. And all your discussion from beginning to the end will be one girl's buttocks and one girl's. Can you count 4 girls? That's all you do together. I mean, that's typical guys talk, but that's all you share together. Nothing else. Since you met this friend, no business idea, nothing. Cut them off. It's unprofitable. Unprofitable relationship needs to go. Because God will give you some new relationship that will strengthen your life. So I want to talk to you today on what I call fear and future. Rather be safe than successful. Fear and future. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was in elementary school, maybe so many of you will share the same. They used to tell us, they used to ask us this question: what do you want to be in future? And we say all manner of things. I remember I always said I want to be a banker. How many of you are what you said you want to be when you were in primary school? How many? Because I'm not. I know very few people who want to be something. Like my brother. My brother have always wanted to be a lawyer, and he's a lawyer. It took him a lot of years, but he's a lawyer. Fantastic. Some of us were saying what we are not even sure of or what we don't know then. When we read in primary school, and we go to school every morning, we go to school every day, they said that we are studying for our future. When we get to secondary school, We were told the same thing, our mental picture. In fact, by the time we get to SS3, and it's already second term in SS3, you are preparing for WAEC. And it's like you are preparing for another facet of life. Almost the beginning of the journey to future. And then when you write your WAEC, they will do what they call send forths for you in secondary school. And all the junior students will sing, Auntie, and ibikíbi tó wù kẹ́yìn lè lọ. Ọba òkè àṣà láti lẹ́yìn rẹ̀, ohùn wa o, jàǹtòló ó dára o. Bàtà ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀, jàǹtòló ló fi hùn wá o. They will sing for senior. You people will hug yourself and cry and cry. Till we meet again, till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. And they sent you forth into the future. It could have been assumed that the university is the future they are talking about. But to get into the university, again, as a fresh student, what do they call it? Jambite. You're a jambite, very naive, not sure. You came into the school excited when you check your name and you are in the admission lists. To those of you who gain admission, not those of you who went to go and run it at the registrar office. Normal people who go to school normally. You see your name in the admission list, you will leap for joy. You are excited. And, there's so much joy that fills your heart because now you are going into the future. It was the future that they call university for you, but it looks like now you're in the university like a beginning of another future. Because by the time you get to classroom in the university, they say, pay now and play later. Play now and pay later. Those are words that they use to encourage you or stimulate you to study hard so that your future can be secured. It will be easily assumed that the future at this point will be when you graduate from the university and you can land yourself a job. That is the future. So you study in the university, you burn candles, you do all of this stuff. And when you graduate from the university, you go to your convocation, you wear gown. Some of you hooligans, you will wear white polo. All of you will sign on it. In secondary school, you will tear your uniform. Yes. In university, you will wear white polo. Everybody will sign on it. You will pop champagne. Poo, 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 poo. Ah. Greatest Bagba. Greatest Bobo. Greatest Bish. Now the alumni of University of Ibadan, Premier University. Àwọn Premier University. Or Great Ife. Great Ife. Become alumni of Unila Gakoka. At the end of the school, one Ikeja inside. Just filling the gap like that. Àwọn school one làwọn Ìrè, Ọ̀fà, Unadi, Ẹdẹ, Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, Osu, ọwọ́ nú ni. Lasputech, àwọn school one Bida, àwọn school Ikeja inside. Maybe I tell you that UI students are very arrogant. They are the one that will show themselves. Yes, so UI and others. I have a beef for UI alumni. I don't like them. Or for school that want to protest. Osu no sorrow. School war no lo su. Those who are su. Or no Ikeja inside in Osu. When you go to school, you are late from Osu. You are in a school where they say, come on, I will go Kawi. So that they don't say you are need to. You say, no, I have bachelor's. Yeah, that's Osu. Osu is not the chairman of Owonu School. Association of School Koro. Osu is chairman. Great. Great Akokites. Great. Let's leave that. They will start violence now. Imagine. They will have Osu hooligans now. Imagine. Hooligans like Osu. Imagine. Only the G network. And the Mama Uni like Cotton to do one live. I know after this show I will get all of you message. You need like UI people that want to harass me. I already know them. Má ṣàlùtà ẹ̀yin ọmọ UI nǹkan tẹ̀ mọ̀ tán àwọn lẹ́jọ́ máa ń fi bíi 7 years ṣe education 4 years. Victor Bade máa sọ on hear that part. Okay, so let's get to business. So when you are convocating, oh goodness, you are a student. Can we hear word? You are alumni. Can we hear word? Can we hear word? I know you are people. They must show that violence in them. Premier University, Premier Call, Tetmoson. Hello, same payment. What's the name of that your monkey that monkey that lived like 100 and something years? Don't let us yab you people. Hey, calm down. Now, at the point when you are convocating from the university, I don't know. Imagine. I don't know. At the point where you are convocating from the university, contrary to when you are in other level, they say you should read and prepare for the future. At the point again, when you are convocating from the university, it looks as if now you are stepping into the journey to the future. You are stepping into future. So you throw that out and doff your cap. Cheers to happy ever after. Cheers to a new life of great profession. They wish you good luck and tell you to go and make impact in your world. And you walk out with so much joy and you become a graduate. Go for your NYSC, serve. There's so much prospects, so much to look out for. You are full of hope. You are full of life. You want to enter into the future. That future that you have been seeing since primary school. That future that was the reason why you are reading A for Apple in nursery school. that future while you did WAEC, that future when you are in GS3, that you have to choose whether you want to be in science class, commercial class, or art class. That future that you have always longed for, to be what you want to be, seems to finally step right at your corridor. But surprisingly, you finish service, you look for a job. Some of you, very lucky, you get a job immediately. Some, it is 6 months after. To some, it is 1 year after. Some, it is 6 years after. So at this point, there is a possibility that the biochemistry graduates is now selling human hair on Instagram. And that's man that studied banking and finance is now an account teacher in a private secondary school in Oregon. And that young lady that studied Yoruba is now a banker at Skybank, always there, saying yes to your need. The banker is now a teacher. The one who studied Yoruba is now a banker. Where is the future that we've been envisaging all along? Where is the future that they told us about? The energy and the drive that we used to anticipate life and burn candles. And now we step into what we saw then. Now we are in it now. And we did not see everything that was in it anymore. Oh, to some, they got a choice job that they like. Yep. Get a job in a very fantastic place. Very fortunate. And they just skyrocket their life. And then, oh, I need to be married. Young man, you will now work and save and save and save and save. And you feel that you have gotten enough savings, you marry. Oh, another one. Get married. That's one of the future that you look for as a young man, as a young lady. And to some ladies, she has to wait. He will meet Jaguda 419. As I say, let me issue, let me go. I'm robber, both bodily robber and financial robber. They will use our emotions to play long tennis. Want to break your heart, they will play. Heart it dey soon. Because when they die, it's a keke. But again, some got it right. Got a job when they were supposed to get a job. They get married when they are supposed to get married. They raise children, immediately they get married. But surprisingly, they are still working. All of us are still struggling so hard to secure a future. As a child, you were working and reading to secure a good future. You are now in university. You're working hard to secure a future. Now you have graduated. You are working hard to secure a future. Maybe family is here. Now you have the family. You have your wife. You have your children. You are working hard to secure a future. Now you have bought a car. Now you have built a house. And then when you move into those houses, you are working hard to secure a future. Madam, uncle, you are going to 50 years now. You are still working hard to secure a future. until you are already 55, you are going to 60, or you are above 60. I have some of my mommy here who are already 60 plus. They still work hard to secure a future. Most of my call mommy Bangwalasa, she's either coming from work or going to work. She's always enough to be my mother. She's working to have a secured future. My question, therefore, is when exactly is the future? This future that we've always seen in front of us begins to look to me like every time we get close, it moves backward. Every time we move closer to the said future, the future moves backward. Okay, you see, another guy is going to work now, working hard to secure a future. So when is the future? A 70-year-old, 80-year-old man will be in church. They will say, your future will be all right. He will say, amen. Which future? It's like the closer we get to the mental picture of a future that is before us, the closer it becomes, the more it shifts backward. As we move towards the future moves away from us. We move closer to the future, and the future moves away from us. The closer we are to the future is going back. We get closer, it gets back. We get closer, it gets back. Hear me. We live every day, and all our actions and all our dealings, and the reason why we lack sleep and why we lack rest, the reason why we work so hard and spend so little, the reason why we save so much, the reason why we are investing so much in our children, the reason why you get your paycheck and instead of smiling, you are sad because now you are calculating. You have more problem when you have your paycheck than when you don't even have it. Because now every time your check comes in, your next problem is you are calculating how to cut it in pieces. The one that will go into mortgage, and the one that will go into car notes, the one that will go into a job, and the one that will go into this savings and pay this credit card debt. The reason why we are trying to keep a social standard and establish this relationship, the reason why we are vulnerable to this stranger who is professing love to us, even though we don't believe him, even though you don't like him, you're still giving it time because you see family is telling you that you need to be married so that you can secure a future. Now you are giving him a chance. And just like your mind predicted, he broke your heart again. He lied to you. This is the reason. Because of this future is the reason why we take so much risk. Some deliberately, some we don't have a choice. We still have to take the risk anyway. The reason why somebody who don't know you, who can tell nothing about you, who don't know your story, who don't know when you are sweating and you are investing your energy, you are investing your time, is hating on you right now. Somebody who can't even tell anything about you is gossiping about you and just hates you and just don't like you. It's the future. The reason why there's so much bigotry, hatred, and anger, competition, the future. Even your closest friends and your most intimate siblings, they want you to do well, they love you, but nobody wants you to do well better than them because of the future. The reason why we are restless. We think even when we sleep. The reason why we believe in God and pray to God and go to church and pay offering and pay tithes is the future. And behold this future. As we move closer to it, we move away from us. We move closer to it, we move away from us. We move. So with all of this, and this is everything that our life has been built around on. The future has been a picture in front of us. And we have lived all our life in the fear of the future. Yeah. The fear of the future. May I break the iceberg by telling you that future is a mirage. Lord help me now. Let me look for a more familiar word. There is no such thing as future. Future is an image of fear that is set before you. That's why they call it fear of the unknown. Future is like a question mark drawn in your brain. That's why every time you sit down, what you think of, there are two questions that your mind asks you. There are two questions that the devil suggests that the future. Now let's put future in a seemingly representation of a person now. Every time you think about your life, the future comes to you and asks you two questions. Every time you make plan, the future comes to you and asks you two questions. What if? What if not? 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 You have been very hardworking. You work 2 jobs. You do this. It's not because you like work. It's because you are answering the questions. What if? What if not? Working hard, saving rigorously. And don't get me wrong, these things are not bad though. It's good to work hard. It's good to save. Because you are answering the question, what if? Some of you even have life insurance so that you can secure, just in case I drop dead, my children can at least have a good education. Some of us have disability benefits. What happens to me if something happens today and I can't work again? A thought into the future. The person called future asks us a question. What if? What if not? Auntie, early in your life, you were Genevieve, lover girl. You gave everything to love. You gave everything to love. It was a sweet, lovey-dovey. It was a love all the way. And then something happened. The love turned sour. Oh, maybe you love the wrong person. The problem is not you. You did your best and gave your all to the best of your understanding. That love went sour in between. Oh, and it broke your heart. That relationship, that marriage, took every string of affection out of you. It took everything away from you. You find it hard to recover from the pain and the agony of heartbreaks. And fear has built a courage. You know, there is that these things I'm saying doesn't even make sense. That fear can actually build a courage for you. Do you understand what that even means? Do you know that fear can build a courage for you? Fear has built a courage in you to just feel like, well, I don't need to go this route anymore. I already have my children. I want mommy love call me nisin. You come online, you say, men are devil, men are crocodile, men are snake, men are this. I don't need kill. And then when you this women's discussion, you say, somebody was talking to me again. Killing you don't know Jenny. Then you get in the closet of your house and you are lonely. You look at your children, you are using your children for therapy. You will take them out and spoil them. It's not love, it's for the frustration. You are depressed. You are just looking for a way to exercise and pour out that love. That emptiness on the inside, you're just filling it up. Auntie, you know in your heart, me and you will know that it's not that you don't want to love again. You just have so many questions to answer about the future. Oh, maybe you have even tried a couple of times. You just didn't see it through. Guess what happened? Every time you get into another relationship, before you say that, you jump out of it because you say you saw some things who are trigger. Because the honest truth is, you have not ever given your best the way you did the first time. Because now fear has taken over your heart. So many single women come and buy a ball. You rather just have friends with benefits than build a relationship. Because I spoke with a lady and she said, I think marriage is not, maybe it's not in my destiny to be married, because she has tried a couple of times. It's normal to get to that point. Maybe yours is not marriage. You have not even graduated to marriage, but yours is a relationship. You're giving your best. You've tried for the future that we've always looked out for. And you have been disappointed. Listen, my message today is particularly for those who have been disappointed, who have been heartbroken. So you rather now feel safe than successful. Oh, you see where I'm going now? Your fear has resolved because now the picture of the future is blurry. You can't. It's not like you don't want it. It's not like you can't see it. But you have chased these chases and you are panting for life right now. You are afraid of trying again. Every time you get to the seashore, you step back. You have been drowned in this ocean before. So now you don't want to get into another boat. Because you've been in this boat before and you have capsized. So every time the opportunity presents itself for you to go on this journey, you step by the riverbank and you step back. Because you just rather want to feel safe than successful. There's somebody listening to me. You're already in your full-grown adults. You're averagely doing well for yourself. You are doing well for yourself. You've moved on in life. You are already, a family person. You have your spouse. You have your children. But sometimes in the past, when you are growing up, you wanted to have certain level of education. You want to have certain level of education, but something happened. Ìrànlọ́wọ́ ò sí, or something happened. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe you screwed it up and you could not go any further. And you dropped out. And since then, you've been hustling and hustling. And God has blessed you. Your hustle is paying off. At least you are doing well for yourself. But in your heart, every time you remember where you want to get to in the area of education, it bitters your heart that you are unable to achieve it. I want to have a bachelor's degree. But since you did your ND, you could not push further. Or you went to university and you could not finish. But now you have been doing business and your business is doing averagely well. You are listening to me right now. Oh, you did bachelor's, but you see in your heart, you want to do master's degree. But at the point, your momentum was gone. To some women, she just gets pregnant and indefinitely she just have to start family and she could not push any further. And you have concluded in your heart that in yet bono, you are just facing your business. Now you are a family man. You are telling yourself, yes, now I have the money. But if I go back to school, how am I going to relate? Mi ò lè mọ̀, mi ò lè pass the exam yẹn mọ́. So you rather feel safe by not wasting your money and embarrassing yourself than successful. So you refrain from it. But guess what? Every time it still comes to your mind that this is what you really want to achieve. Auntie, you started very well in that business. The only mistake you made was being in a relationship with the wrong person. You started dating that man who said, I don't like the kind of work, I don't like this work you are doing, I don't want it to, don't work. Or in fact, your own is that he didn't stop you from working. He just began to borrow your money. Yeah, me need 2 million, yeah, me need 500, yeah, me need. With a zero. And that same person today have turned a beast into your life. Oh, your own is not even a beast here. He actually walk out of you. It did not only break your heart, it destroyed your dream. And you are looking at it every time you remember. You are imagining what that business would have been by now, if not for that singular incident that ruined it. So you just hide and look away because you just want to feel safe than successful. Fear will make us desire to be safe rather than desire to be successful. Your heart is broken. You give love everything. You put everything in marriage. Today, you are left with nothing. And the same woman, the same man that ruined every dream of yours, work that on you. Yes, you've been able to pick the pieces of your life together. But you don't want to be in another relationship. You know in your heart that you need somebody. You know in your heart that you will be better if you journey this life with somebody. Lord, but you are afraid. Afraid of what? The future. You always want a relationship until you find one. And now you are asking questions. You are looking at him. You are looking. You just, we are living in a world where everybody feels to be like they are in danger. When we see each other, we are in danger. So you rather feel safe than successful. My brother, sister, you have this friend who you love so much. Your friendship was divine from heaven. Your friend was everything to you. You shared times and moments together. You trust him. Open your heart to her. You did everything. Ọ̀rẹ́ kò rí kò sùn. Ọ̀rẹ́ yìí náà ló wá padà kàn ẹ́ lágbàkó. Ọ̀rẹ́ yìí wá dà ẹ́ and did a major damage in your life and in your heart. Some of you, it is your friend that ruined your marriage. It is your friend that ruined your career. Your trust was betrayed. Your trust has been tampered with. You have moved on with this friend. But you have said to yourself, never again will you commit to a friend like that. So your fear has built a wall around you. It's called a wall of safety. A wall of safety. It has built a wall of safety around you. Though you relate with people, but you can't commit to friendship. I've heard so many people, I can't have female friends. It's not gender that they used to do evil. Evil is evil anyway. Though you still relate with people because you see we are social animals, we don't have a choice. This world is a network. But you can't commit to friendship. Your fear built a wall of safety around you. Because already died you. You are forgiving your friend. You're forgiving them. In fact, some of you, they conspired against you. Same people that you will take out of your hard-earned income. In the days of trouble, you look back and you can't find them. They throw you in the ditch. So you are afraid. Even though you relate, even though you still see them, even though you've forgiven them, you can't commit to friendship again. You can't keep relationship anymore. So you rather feel safe than successful. The ones that friends betray, at least his friends, maybe to you, is even family. Yorùbá say, ọ̀rẹ́ dà mí ò ṣe é pọ́n, ẹni abínibí ń dání. Abroad people, you wake up in the cold, work, send money, do this in the snow. You are working 2 jobs, and you will still send your own resources to your siblings back home to do a project for you, and they squander it, and it broke your heart. Now you have a project in mind, but there is nobody to commit to back home because you rather feel safe than successful. You rather want to feel safe than successful. You have a very brilliant business idea now. But say, I don't send the whole to me. Story at some. So you can't do the business because you rather feel safe. They say, okay, I'll use somebody else now. But no, once bitten, twice shy. You don't trust anybody again. You want to be in your safety than successful. Already, to you, to some people, it's their siblings. In fact, parents. Oh, maybe yours is that unexplainably, you don't, till today, you don't understand why. Why you were just hated by those that you love most. You commit to them and they conspired against you. And they take away what you cherish most in your life. You suffer so much hatred from the same people that you give the best of your love. And it broke you bitterly. And from there you moved on. But since then you rather feel safe than successful. I have a message for somebody who is in the category of all of this. My message is to somebody who have failed before, somebody who have been failed before, somebody who have been disappointed before, somebody who has been heartbroken before. And from that state of before, you have not been able to try again because you want to feel safe rather than feel successful. Because of the future. You are afraid of the future. The future asks you 2 questions. Oh, you met this. It's not as if you are not seeing people that you like. You just met this new guy. You like him, and you think like you. Your mind is very positive with him. But you know in your heart that you are the one ruining the relationship because you are afraid. Because the future will always ask you 2 questions. What if? What if not? What if history repeats itself? What if history repeats itself? What in case someone say, feeling safe and successful means not forgiving and forgetting, right? No. Feeling safe and successful means not trying, deciding not to give it a chance again. The same thing that you have been disappointed or failed in before. You just rather want to stick to yourself than trying again. You are forgiven, you've forgotten, you've moved on. But moving on is not just walking away from the toxic energy that hurts you. Moving on actually is stepping into a fresh dimensions of the same thing that you have failed. Hear me. Failure is not inability to get something done. Failure is inability to try again. Failure is not inability to get it done. Failure is inability to try again. The momentum, the energy to try again. Oh, hear me. You have more than enough reason to buttress your points, to explain why you have chosen to just be by yourself. You have every reason, because not just that you were hurt one time, you've tried again and again and again, and history repeats itself again and again and again and again. So you have gotten to the point. You are not just hurt. You are not just heartbroken. You are shattered. And you have gotten to the point where you just choose safety than success. You just choose safety than taking the risk of the future. Because you see, the future at this point to you has become your fear. The future used to be an excitement to look out for when you were growing up. It was what you look onto, what you long for, what you can't wait to get into. So you burn candles and study and work. But now the future has changed from being what you look forward to. It has become your fear. You guys know. I promise you I'll get my glasses very soon, because the way this thing stresses me is not easy. What you are saying in essence is there is still faithful ones out there, because I am of the fear ones. Okay, now for me, what I am saying in essence is your experiences that you have seen, whatever you think you've been through, that has caused that fear in you, is actually not a definition of your future. It does not explain. Now, let me answer you precisely the way you ask it. That do I believe that there are faithful ones out there? Yes, capital yes. There are. Now, what your fear does to you is to envelope you around the circles of your fear. So you will begin to feel like your experience is a general perception. No. Whatever you have been through is what you, only you, have been through. You might see a couple of people who have been through the same thing, but trust me, it's not the reality of life. It's not the reality of life. Let me ask you a question for me. Do you by any chance know anybody who is happily married? Do you know anyone? Just in case, if you know anyone, then that explains to you that there are still people who can have a happy home. I didn't say a perfect home, but they can have a happy home and have a happy relationship. So the fact that you've met people who have broken your heart and it has built fear in you, listen, it is one person that will break you. it is one person that will make you. Bamidele, listen to me. This is the reality of life. Thank you, Lord. Now, let me tell you something. Let me give you this analogy. I hope we have people here who are into health practice. I hope there are people here who are into health. Then we understand better what I'm saying. But let me give you this analogy. Do you know that every vaccine that you take for whatever virus, it's not only COVID that is the virus. We have COVID, which we just begin to have the Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson that we are getting vaccines for. Earlier before now, we've gotten vaccine for polio. We've gotten vaccines for hepatitis, right? We've gotten vaccine for tuberculosis. Oh, Bamidele is an health practitioner, so. Now, do you know that every vaccine that you have taken is taken out of the virus that is affecting you? How do I explain this? The cure for a poison of a snake, if they want to give you something to kill the poison of a snake in your body, what they give you is the venom of that same snake. The cure for the poison is in the venom. A snake bites somebody, and if they want to prevent the poison of the snake from killing the person, what they are giving is taken from the venom of the snake. Let me explain further. The vaccine for polio, the vaccine for COVID, any vaccine at all, any vaccination you have ever taken in your life, what they're actually putting in your body is the virus itself. The same virus that they are trying to immune you from is what they're actually injecting you with. So when you come in contact, but it's a deactivated, what just gets into you is that same virus that has been conditioned by chemical components to be, conditioned to your body. You understand? So now when you got in contact with the vaccine outside, when it gets to your body, maybe like you get in contact with COVID now or polio, it's just getting in your body and see that there's a bigger virus already in your body, and it will just deactivate itself. It is the virus that deactivates the virus that you come in contact with. I'm looking for a better way to explain it so that we can understand. If they give you polio vaccine, they actually gave you polio itself. Polio in your body. So when you die another polio just know that polio is there. They just chill for you. That's the best way I can explain it. That's a joke, but that's the best way I can explain it. Ask anybody who is village people. If a snake bites somebody, the cure for snake bites is the venom of a snake. The cure for the poison is in the venom. The same venom that was used to attack you and break you down, and now you are poisoned. It is the same venom that they are coming to use to heal you of the poison. Oh, God. That is very traceable to the scripture. If you have ever taken COVID-19 before, they actually put COVID in your body. So it is the COVID that will fight the COVID that you come in contact with. It's just the deactivated ones that should be friendly with you in your system. So when you contact another one, this one just kick it out. Thank you. That's how it is with scorpion. The venom of a scorpion is the same thing they will use to cure the poison of a scorpion when it bites you. How come that it is the cure? It is the same thing that poison you that they are still using to cure you. This science is traceable to the Bible. There was a time that God was angry with the children of Israel, and God plagued them with pythons. Snake was coming into their camp and biting them and was killing them. Snake was killing them. Snake was killing them because God was angry with them. He sent snake to them. And they cry unto God. They cry for help and for forgiveness. And God, in his mercy, want to forgive them and want to deliver them from this snake bites. And God said to Moses, go and make of brass an image of a serpent. And make an image of a serpent, raise it high in the middle of the city, that anyone at all that the snake bites, they should just look up to the image of a snake and they will be healed. Listen, how can God say, if snake bites you, just look at the image of the snake of Moses and it will be healed? It was the snake that bites them, and it is the snake that is healing them. The cure for the poison is in the venom. Bamidele, it is a man that broke your heart. It is a man that will heal your wound. It is relationship that makes your life look as if your life is backward. Who am I talking to now? It is the same relationship that we have that will take your life to the next level. Oh, it is that friendship that makes you lost everything. It is another friendship. It is another friendship that will connect you to the place of destiny. The cure for the poison is in the venom. The cure for the poison is in the venom. The cure for the poison is in the venom. Everything that has put you in a space of safety, everything that has withdrawn you from everything that you ever want to be, and now you are afraid, and you don't just, you know that you are not in your best capacity. You know what you want. You want to reach out and be better and do better. There are so many ideas and concepts in your head, but you just stay in your safe zone because you want to be safe, because you've been hurt, or because you failed before, because you have been disappointed, because you have been betrayed by a person or a group of persons. Hear me. And it has made you want to feel safe than successful. But I say to you today, the cure for the poison is in the venom. The heartbreak that you suffer, the setback that was caused by a person will be rectified. The only way for God to answer you is to get into another relationship. I don't care how much you pray, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how much God loves you. If you like, be speaking fire in your mouth. If God wants to bless you today, He will send somebody into your life. You cannot succeed in isolation. I'm CEO of myself, Miss Independent. I'm in my own world. You know in your heart that you are lying. You know you're not telling yourself the truth. I will tell you a story and I'll round up. There is a city in the Bible. Give me 1 minute. I'm looking for something. Mm, I will look for it. After the show, I will share it. Yeah, what is the question? Mm. Oh, you just joined in, Princess Fola Shade. Oh, Lord. We've gone a long way. Fear will give you a free gift of safety. So many of us have been enjoying the safety for so long. Yes, you are doing well with yourself, you are doing well with your business, you are doing well with your children. Children are growing. So you have stayed in your safety than stay in the state of success. You rather feel safe. You know that this is not what you choose. That's why I started from giving us the analogy of future. The mental picture of yourself. This is not what it is. But experiences and issues of life has committed you to the hand of fear, and your fear has presented to you safety. So you've been enjoying safety of fear. You rather feel safe than successful. There is a city. This is a Bible story. I will share it with you when I'm done. A very mighty city. Very strong city. And very rich. Very, very rich. The land is flowing with milk and honey. They have a very strong army and a very strong border. But they are in the middle of themselves by themselves. Because they are rich and they are sufficient, they are by themselves. They don't deal with any, they have no dealings with anyone. They don't have any diplomatic relationship with any neighboring city. They don't talk to them. They don't marry from, none of their children marry from there. They are by themselves for themselves. Matter of fact, Bible explains that they don't share border with another town. After that city, you have to travel a while before you get to another city. One day, the enemy ambushed, which is the children of Israel. And they sent spies to go and look this city. Go and investigate whether we can overthrow them or not. And the spy went there and they look at the city. They saw the wealth of the city. They saw the great army of the city. But they walked the city around and they realized that as much as they were afraid of the great army and the number and the size of the city, that there is a mighty city, they find out that this city don't have any dealings with anybody. They don't relate with none. They figured out that this city do not have any affinity or affiliation with anyone. So they went back and gave reports. And they said, good, let us attack them. And they invaded them overnight and destroyed them and overpowered them, and they took over their land. Because there was no one to stand for them. Failure is not when you are unable to get it through. Failure is the inability to try again. Nobody is designed to be in isolation. You will never succeed by yourself. Everybody needs somebody to survive. Everybody needs somebody to survive. I repeat, everybody needs somebody to survive. You need somebody. Step out of this safety that fear has put you. You have stayed in this place of safety long enough. Sister, it's time to step out and dare and them the risk of failure, because this time you will not fail again. The fact that you have failed before is not an assurance that you can fail again. Okay? Get rid of your fear. Step out of the comfort zone of fear. Step out of the safe zone of fear. As you journey into 2022, drop the garment of fear. Right in 2021 and bid it farewell. Because you see, the reality of life is this. When there is no risk, there's no reward. The only reason why you have stayed in that safe zone is because you are afraid of the risk. Hear me. The risk is part of the process of the reward. When there is no risk, there is no reward. You have failed before does not mean you are going to fail again. After all, some people have not failed. Why must you? That's why I've been preparing us, talking about attitude the entire month. Because hear me, my prayer for you and my assurance in God is that God is sending fresh opportunities your way. The mercy and the favor of God will bring great opportunities your way this new year. But character will sustain them. It is your fear that will repel them. So drop your fear this year and take the risk onto this new year. Where there is no risk, there is no reward. Where there is no risk, there is no reward. You have stayed in this paradise of safety too long. It was built to you by your fear. You stay in the place, you rather feel safe than successful. You are working hard, but you are not working smart. Hi, it's too much mystery. Did somebody get me? You are working hard, but you are not working smart because you are working in fear. You know your fear can make you hardworking. The fear of the future. What if? What if? What if? What if not? You are working hard, but you are hardly working. The reason why your result is not commensurate to your efforts is because the motivation has been fear. Your result has not been commensurate to your efforts because you have so many wasteful efforts. Because the reason for your gaga has been fear. Fear can make you hardworking. You have stayed in this space of fear too long. You rather feel safe than successful. This new year, step out of the comfort zone of safety and step into, with boldness, with joy and sound mind, step into the risk. What is Victor King saying? Why is he talking like this? It's easier said than done. You are correct. Did I tell you to be easy? Oh, it's just easy to say. It's not easy to do. Yeah, you are very correct. I never said it to be easy to do. I am saying rather take the uneasy than stay with the impossible. Hear me. Hear me. If you have a promotional exam to write and you think you have not prepared well for the exam, so because of that, you did not go to the exam hall. Two of you have been playing away your life. So on the day of the exam, both of you feel like you are not ready for this exam because you did not prepare. Very good. You feel like you have not prepared for this exam. So you choose to stay in the house because you don't want to embarrass yourself. So you stay safe. And your friend went to the exam hall. Either by copy, either by expo. He wrote a couple of things. The result came out. He scored 5 over. He scored at this average, which is enough to be promoted. You, what will you score? 0. No, go back to 0 per mark. You will not score 0. You will have no score at all. Will you be promoted? No. Because you see, that is what life is. The one who risks going to the exam hall, even though he knows nothing, have a chance to either see somebody to copy or see some one way or the other. He score 5. Let my people go, Mark. But you, that you did not write the exam at all, you don't have a score at all. Will you come back and feel that you are cheated? Because you know that although the image, but why promote you, why promote him? Because òun tiẹ̀ latent at this exam here. That's how life is. Now, Anointed Alaga will answer your question in the same vein. But it is not good to be. But is it not good to be safe? I think that's what you're asking. Than to risk your life. Now, I will answer you in 2 ways. Jesus himself, Jesus was the one talking here. He says, he that keep his own life, he said will lose it. He said he that loses his own life, him, he will find it. This is the mystery of life. Job said, that which that I have feared most has befallen me. That which that I feared most. See, most of the time, our experiences is the product of our fear. Hear me. The only thing in your place of safety is your safety. You are actually not safe. Fear is just preserving you in isolation in order to destroy you at the end goal. Because you see, the future becomes unrealistic at all. Is somebody calling me or this is a personal call? I don't know. Is it good? Is it not good to be safe than to risk your life? Hear me. Anointed Alaga. In the reality of life, this is their truth, and I hope you get this. In the reality of life, you can actually lose your life without taking the risk. Whether nobody is taking a risk to lose his life. It's not the risks that make you lose your life. Do you understand? Whether you take the risk or you don't take the risk, you will lose your life regardless. At one point or the other. What kills a man is not death. Fulfillment at the end of the day. Success at the end of the day. Hear me, people. Success is not what you are able to achieve. Because you see, aside from defining future, future is not any. Future doesn't even exist. There's not such thing called future. We just look at tomorrow, and when you get to the tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and then tomorrow. The future we saw yesterday is where we are now. Most of us are in our mid-year. The future we were looking at yesterday is where we are now. And we are still looking at another future. Amale future that might be kuni could any exist. By the time you get to your future, you will see a future. So, I love that future that you are, that life you are trying to preserve by so not taking a risk is still a risk. It is a big risk not to take a risk. So that safety is not safety, it's isolation. It is dangerous to stay in a safe zone in life. Because you see, at the end of the day, there is no such thing as future. What makes you successful in life? At the end of the day, after your future, one day you will look back and you will evaluate yourself by whatever parameter. What will define as success, what will make you feel successful or feel like a failure, is not what you are able to achieve. It's not what you are not able to achieve. What makes you successful or failure? What will make you a failure at the end of the day in the journey of life is regrets. Everything that you thought you could have been or done that you did not do because you were staying in this safe zone. I was sitting in the shop with my mother one day. My mother suddenly, I was reading a newspaper, excuse me, and I was by my mother. So I was reading the news about Oniru, the father of Oniru. I was reading the news about him. So immediately I was reading it and I mentioned his name. My mother said, Saheed Oniru. I said, Oniru, the Oba of Lekki. He said, oh, he's the Oba of Lekki now. I said, no. He said the father. And I said, what's the name of the father? I mentioned the father's name. And he said, Aye Isha. I said, what? My mother told me that Oniru is supposed to be the man that he should be married to. That they've been in a relationship for years and the man wanted to marry her at all costs. Came to her parents and want to marry her, but she refused to marry him. And of course, she's even afraid to take him home because he's a polygamist. He already had a wife. And because he's a Muslim. So he said, no, I can't marry you. They've dated. He said, no, I can't marry you because you are a Muslim. And as a Muslim, to that extension, you will have more wife. He then doesn't have a wife at all. He was a young man. He said, I know you will have more than one wife because you are a Muslim, you are a polygamist. So my mother said, Oniru yẹn ló yẹ kí n fẹ́. Ìgbà tí mo fi ilẹ̀ ni mo meet bàbá yín. And he was telling me about the man, telling me about his story. Everything said about him was not bad aside from the fact that he's a Muslim. Look at me sitting down, looking at my mother. My mother thought she was giving me a good gist. She was giving me the gist, and I was looking at her. She gave me, ngbà yẹn ní kíní kan pé ibo ni ligo kíní gbogbo Lẹ́kì yẹn gba inú igbó ni pé wọ́n fún mi ní dékàlẹ̀ ìgbà tán wọlé mi ní Morocco. My mother used to have a house in Morocco. Those of you who are older know Morocco then. Wọ́n wọlé mi ní Morocco ngbà yẹn. Ìgbà tó ń wo, wọ́n lọ fún mi nílẹ̀ ní Lekki. My mother, they gave her, they demolished her house, which is one plot. Now want to give her acres of land in Lekki. Wọ́n lọ fún mi ní acre, àwọn acre lẹ́ lọ. Dájú mi àti màmí lọ bẹ̀ta pé ilẹ̀ olómi ni. Mo fún yàn ni. Pé ta ló fẹ́ kọ́, ta ló fẹ́ gbé bí? Mo fún. She said she gave it out. Look at me, looking at my mother. She was gisting me, gisting me. And she was even laughing about it. That's my anger. She just noticed that I became ridiculously quiet. So I asked my mother, I said, so Emo Ọba Oniru. Yeah, mo lóhun ló yẹ kí n fẹ́, òun ló yẹ kí n bí gbogbo ọmọ mi fún mo fẹ́ bàbá mi. Ó lé mi tó bẹ̀. But mo ti máa lé ní. Báwo mo ti ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ mú Muslim lọlé? I look at her, I said, so what you are saying in extension is that Ọba Oniru would have been my father. He said, òun ni bá bímọ fún. I look at my mother, look at her. In my head, a fuck up. I felt cheated in my life. So you don't understand. So me now would have been selling land in Lekki and be buying Range Rover for girlfriend. You don't know how all those Oniru are living like that. That dude, when I was working in Lekki Phase 1 at one point, that dude bought a Range Rover for the girlfriend, side chick that is in University of Abuja. The son of Oba Oniru, they will want to chill together on a weekend, every weekend that they chill. They have a Mesuya that they bring from Abuja. They used to bring this Mesuya from Abuja. Aboki Mesuya, Nama. Wọ́n gbé fly láti Abuja. Wọ́n ṣe suya fún wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ torí wọ́n fẹ́ chill. And they will fly the Aboki back. And my mommy she's using confidence. And she was even laughing about it. Yellow do me to say that this is the person that could have been your father. Thank God my father was already dead when she was telling me this story, because why did you marry? Like, why? Like, so now, my mother will buy I will have been chairman in Lekki now. I will say I want to do you a favor. I will just give you one space to. If I told you did not do, are you mad or something? I will give you like one plot of land in Lekki. I'll have been doing anyhow now. Eh? Do you know how I hustle in my life to get to where I get? Do you know how I've suffered in my life? Just because somebody was afraid to take a risk. Somebody missed the point of this story. Do you know how much I labored in life? Because somebody was afraid to take a risk of standing before a parent to say, this is the person I love, this person I want to marry. She gave up on the love of her life because of religion. Let me finish this story on a sad ending. He left Oniru, who is a Muslim. Don't thank God for my life. I will beg you for you. Don't encourage me where the encouragement is unnecessary. I don't have to go through what I go through. Stop. You don't thank God for my life. Let me tell you the sad part of this story. Left Oniru and got married to my father, who is a Christian. In fact, not just a Christian, he's not a Yoruba man. So a place where they are just Christians. Newsflash. My father inevitably have more than one wife and uncountable concubines. The same thing she ran away from. I beg me buy. You might just be Said by Mama Ball. I did tell me one for no reason. You will more you come and go to prison. Now, hear the part of this story that is sad. He left the Muslim guy, he left the guy, the love of our life, and got married to my father because of religion. So he got married to my father. If his story, don't encourage me. I told you, I don't need encouragement. People should don't come and deceive me with encouragement here. I'd rather be Oniru than whatever the hell I am right now. Okay, don't give me encouragement. She left Oniru, got married to my father because of religion, and because our fear is that don't miss the context of this lesson. Comfort zone. What fear does to you? She had the fear. She want to be in her comfort. This guy is a Muslim. Inevitably, he's from a royal family. Inevitably, he will be a polygamist. And she doesn't want to be in polygamy. Left it. Left that man and got married to a man who is a Christian. Who is not from a royal... Unfortunately, my father is from a royal family. Because in the course of my father was even invited to come and be king too. But my father is a learned person. When you walk ball, my father is fine, handsome, like as old as he is. He's so cute. Light skin. You know those men that used to shower, after they shower, they will use another 20 minutes to use stone to scrub their feet. You know those stones they have in the bathroom? My father will scrub his feet. Those men that used to cut their toenail like every morning. Yeah, those ones that their pedicure. In the days where we don't even know pedicure, they have those things that they will use to scrub all the toenails and do this. It's men. My own father, when I see him, Agbalagba, he keep nails, and it will be pure as crystal. Pure as crystal. So when he saw this young, fine, light-skinned man who is a Christian, she felt safety. It's not safe to be in safety. Hear me. My father inevitably have more than one wife. Wives. Officially, 2 wives. 1 baby mama that I know. Uncountable girlfriend that we could not number. Me, I hope my mother is not on this show. Me, I did run babe for my father. Kilo come. We did run show. We did travel together. She have one side chick that used to have a restaurant. I go there every day to go and eat. Kilo come. They will give me, call me. Me, I will sit down. They will serve me food. I will jamala. They will do ekimatale. They will do ekimatale. One jamala will come. One jamala le pute meta. We ekima biza ni lekini. My father is Favoraja. What are you telling? How many wives will you for don't marry them? Uncountable. You love for real by mate. I will marry as the Lord leads me. What's your business? But please get this. Which one is the fear, the same thing she was afraid of. The same thing she was afraid of. Why she walked away from the man she loved? Because of religion. She said, how will I tell my parents that I want to marry a Muslim? That was why she ended it with him. And because she felt he's going to be a polygamist. The same thing that she was afraid of, she ran into it. Everything she ran away from, my father did it. My father was a friend to the Sulu Gambari of Ilorin. At the time, I don't know how they have the discussion. Sulu Gambari took my father to Mecca. He came back. He was, although that one did not last. My father was a Muslim for like 2.5 years. He even gave himself a Muslim name. Guy, man. Everything that she was running, she ran away from there. That she would have just stayed. I mean, I would have just been bizarre now. Excuse me. Don't say that again. If I'm a prince, I will be very happy. Don't tell me what I know. Forget. Don't see. I told you to not encourage me. Say, don't encourage me. I don't care. I would rather be Prince of Oniru than anything that I am right now. Okay? Don't encourage me. Who tell you money cannot buy happiness? Give me first. You don't know how to spend it. That's why it's not buying it. Money, money is not happiness. But that money cannot buy happiness. Don't man for a low for. What's wrong with all these African people that are trying to encourage me? You are not a prince, you are a king. Don't worry, I don't want to be king. No, I want to just be Prince of Oniru. Every story there, King Iko. Now, okay, I pinned this comment because so that I can respond. Regretting everything you could have done to make it successful. There's somebody that asked a question. I thought it was the question I pinned down, Sha. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay. This is where I'm summarizing. That's where I'm going. That with my last phase, we answer your question. Can I ask your understanding of success and comfort for us to get a clearer view of what you're saying? Let me start from comfort. I've been using the word comfort and safety in this perspective from a negative angle. The safety that we are referring to today is not the safety of you staying away from danger. It's you staying away from taking the risk of success. Because you see, every success comes with a risk. Understand? Comfort in the context of today, in what I'm explaining today, is from a negative perspective. Understand? So many people have stayed in the comfort zone, and this year, step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your safe zone. And damn the consequence and take the risk of success. Every dream you have, everything that you want to be is worth the risk. When there is no risk, there is no reward. Now, let me explain to you my understanding of success, which will be the summary. Let me first of all say, you see, I started by talking about the future. Don't haste yourself under pressure in the quest for a future. There's no such thing as future. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a promise. Today is what you have. By the special grace of God, each and every one of you, I will see you in the new year. You will make it to 2022. You will not only see 2022, you will enjoy it and see beyond it. But do you believe me? Or do you agree with me? There are some people that are alive right now. None of you here. Not anybody here. There are some people who are alive right now that will not see the new year. Do you know? And they are not sick right now. But they will still not make it. To feel safe for the future, build for the future, work hard for the future, work for the future is the image that fear put in front of us. Or the future can be the mental picture of what you want to become. It depends on you. So some of us are running rat race now. There's so much envy and hatred and bigotry and anger in the world of today because everybody is doing kitty for the future. That future, 20 years ago, 40 years ago, you were looking at the future. Now today be the future where you look 20 years ago. Now you are looking at another future. Before you see that obviously you will get there to and you will still be seeing another future. You will never get to the future. So tell yourself, calm down. At the end of the day, success, therefore, is that one day you look back and realize that everything that you ever wished like doing, you did them. I know for a fact, my mother will say he has lived a very successful life. But I know for a fact, not like ordinary life. I know she can't say it publicly. She will deny it. She say, God has helped me. I'm sure if you had a better opportunity, you would have chosen this ordinary lifestyle. I'm too sure you I bet you will. Because you see, the conversation that day started with a gesticulation of regret. You can see it. When I was reading paper, she said, and she go, The mother that she was afraid to face then, to say, I want to marry a Muslim, that mother is dead now. She's the one that is being faced with the consequences of her action or inaction. Komada bigpe, that you are using to slow down, that you are not doing what you feel like doing today. Everybody you are considering. One day you will look back and you will not see them. They might not be dead, but they are out of your life. Success, at the end of the day, what will make you feel successful, what will make you be proud of yourself, is that at every point you did what you feel like doing part time. So therefore, what do you want to do? Do it. Period. Because one day, I don't want you to look back and see everything you could have done that you did not do and see them play out. And just like my mother, you will say, Did you hear me? Step out of your safe zone that your fear has built for you. Oh, maybe somebody is here that's not even fully healed of the pain. And that's why you are running away. A lady said to me, if anybody break my heart again now, I can die. That will finish me completely. So I should cast somebody now. Ifeoge said, if my relationship did not work, I doubt if I will ever fall in love again. The day she told me, I said, look back. Hear me. The cure for the poison is in the venom. The cure for the poison is in the venom. The same man is a man that hurt you. It's another man that will build you. If you're a master low, should be when I be using myself for example, should be sweeting you people. If I use you to, I did not allow this. I only just use it as a small example. Master low, don't good night. She said, Victor, if my relationship did not work, she said, it will be hard though. for me to love again. I can't go down. Say, do you know the risk I took to even do this one? I've been staying in safe zone for 5 years. I cannot even talk to a man. If this one did not work, that's it. I just giggle and like, you know, look, the cure for the poison is in the venom. I like this. I'm getting along with you. I remembered vividly when in high school, very good in sports, soccer, and athletics. My grandmother stopped me in becoming good in that career. Now I'm regretting, and grandma is gone since. Yeah. Every time you watch Olympics, you will feel like I might possibly have been one of them. Let me give you my own side. When I was in high school, matter of fact, I was a social prefect in my secondary school. When I was in secondary school, from JS2, I joined the choral group. If you those of you who went to good school, not if you're good, I went to one school that the name sounded like chemist. He was telling me the name of our school. I'm like, sure, because your school not here. I'm school Ekiti. If you attend good secondary school, you know what is called choral group. If you attend a Jeko school, they will call it cultural group. But in a standard school, it's called choral group. I have joined the choral group where we do, music, dance, drama, choreography, and all of that. The choral group of my school was so big that we were going to state competitions in Ogun State. I remember then our coordinator is the intro tech teacher, Mr. Kushimo, who is also the commandant of the Boy Scouts. So by extension, I joined the Boy Scouts. So we went for state competition in Ogun State. And we won. We went for theater exhibition at the event was held in Ake Palace. And we won. So the cultural group of my school became famous. So famous that we started acting for commercials. We will hold a stage play at Cultural Center, Kutu Abeokuta, and we will sell tickets in all secondary schools. We go to secondary schools and drop tickets there, and they will sell tickets. People will come, students will come in mass to Cultural Center to watch our stage performance. I have been part of movie before the likes of Odunlade and those that we know then is Olaya, this Olaya Igwe. They used to come and meet us and encourage us and say we are doing well. Sometimes they teach us stuff, they come to our rehearsals. Olaya Igwe, there's one that they call Dimeji. We're holding a major arts event. We will go to secondary school, comprehensive high school, go everywhere to act. At some point, we were having so much busy engagements that my mother was having a concern of affecting our academics. Unfortunately, that time, my academic job, I told you I've never been first. I'm always between third and fifth. So that year, I think my score, my position was like 7th or 9th or something. So my mother was upset. And she immediately stopped us from joining the cultural group of the school. They did everything to beg my mother. Ìwé ẹ̀ ni kò kọjú mọ́. Ìwé ẹ̀ ni kò kọjú mọ́. To the extent that the late Prince Gbenga Adeboye took so much interest in me that he would take me to, I would be in the studio when they are presenting on radio. It was through those encounters that I developed interest in communication. No, did you, those of you, wow, if you don't know BeAttitude, please call me on anytime you want to talk to me. BeAttitude, Toba Paleye, and the rest of them. Ambrose Shomide, and OGBC to them. But she stopped me. Today, when I look at the people who are break even in theater arts from Abeokuta, it bitters my heart. Àwọn Dunade wá ń jáde láti bẹ̀yẹn. Do you know I know some of them in person? I was telling them, like, I know Dunade in person. What's the name of this one? Gbogbo àwọn Portable, àwọn Dunade, they are Egbabe is then. They have not even started acting when we were already famous locally. Years after, when I was already on the streets of Lagos, Timo Ozu ti real, Ozu ti tough gone. One day I was in my software, I say, mo dey mo act yo. I begin to match by àwọn ọdún adé tí wọ́n pick on popular. Wọ́n ti popular. So I said, maybe I should go and join acting. I should go back to Abeokuta and start acting. And somebody said he would give me a connection. And they gave me a number to call. Guess who I called? I called Odunade Adekola. And I said, I want to, I'm so. He said, oh, yeah, okay. I said, I want to join the theater and this thing. I want to be acting. I said, no problem. You know, come now. Then I went to see him. And he said, I have to obtain a form for 25,000 naira. Èmi, why they don't buy form lọ́wọ́ Odunade? Mo sure Odunade ń wò wá tẹ́ ń gbà yẹn táwọn heart Lagos State. He said that we have to obtain form for 25,000. But I didn't feel like I should not obtain form. That's why I didn't join him. I don't have it. Then I was like, Oga, Kala ti ń ṣe ń gbà yẹn kí n sustain ẹ̀ gbà yẹn. Odunade máa gba èmi máa ta form for Odunade báyìí. But you see, again, years after again, tó ní kí wá gba form tí mi ò lówó form yẹn. Even one day I wake up in America here and I feel like, káde ni mo ti san 25,000 yẹn gbà yẹn, kábí àmọ́ àti ọ̀sùn bóyá kí n dẹ̀ lọ ṣe bíríkìlà kí n san 25,000 yẹn bóyá bá ti blow báyìí o. I thank God for my life, but I still feel like I would have been a movie star by now. On 2 occasions, maybe if I followed through from secondary school, or if at that time when I think of joining, I have just hustled to look for that 25,000. Maybe I would have been a movie star by now. Because listen, I know for a sure that I for a fact, inbuilt, that I act better than most of those people. Like follow come, no scripts. Do you know the honest truth? Don't be surprised that you will see me move you. Because it's still something in me that still says, if I do it, I will blow. Any opportunity I see to get into the movie industry, I'm there. I did a couple of jobs with Doug Simeon here in Maryland. But you know, all this Nollywood in America, could that be? Hold on, I waste time in. It's hard now because I have to work. It's not something I can do full time. You know? Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, what defines you as a success is that you look back one day and everything that you have ever wanted to be, everything that you feel like doing, you did them. If you feel like sleeping, sleep. You feel like dating somebody, but you feel like your mommy will not like him. Shh, your mommy will soon die. Kì í ṣe ìpìlẹ̀ will soon die. Owó níwájú ò ní sẹ́yìn. Oníwájú ò ní gbẹ̀yìn. Everybody you are considering today that is making you not do what you feel like doing, they will not stick with you forever. You need somebody in your life you want to love, but you are afraid of being hurt. Alaye, love. Because you see, even if you choose to not hurt yourself by going into a relationship, there is a time called future. You will look back and something will tell you, maybe if I have given to love, maybe my life will have been better. Because success is you doing every damn thing that you feel like doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you again next year. May I, on behalf of myself and I, wish you a very, very happy new year. As you step into this new year, I bring you the message of hope. That the only time where it will become impossible for you is when you say so. The devil only wins when you quit. Happy New Year, and look forward to the best of 2022. Don't forget, the devil wins when you quit. Enjoy the rest of your night. God bless you.